Welcome to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast, your guide to future tech trends and innovation in a language you understand. Now, over to your host, Neil Hughes.
Welcome back to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast. Now, after recording nearly 650 episodes of this podcast, my mission is still to cover every industry and how it's been transformed by technology. And that mission is far from over, let me tell you. And I'm also passionate about featuring voices of all ages, whether it's people who cannot remember a time before the iPhone, or if you have 10 to 30 years experience in an industry. It really doesn't matter, because whatever your age, your life and your business or work life, all been transformed by technology at some point. And all of these stories and experiences that we share on a daily basis are all equally as important. And that is why I record this show every day. I also want to try and eliminate any bias or stereotypes and just try to learn from people directly about how tech has impacted their world and their industry. And today's guest is Bob House, and he is president for a company called BizBuySell.com and BizQuest.com, the internet's largest and most heavily trafficked business for sale marketplace. For example, BizBuySell currently has an inventory of over 45,000 businesses for sale and more than 1.4 million monthly visits. And BizBuySell also has one of the largest databases for sale comparables for recently sold businesses and one of the industry's leading franchise directories. When I discovered that BizBuySell was actually founded in 1996 and in 2012 became a division of CoStar Group, this got me thinking, because to put this into perspective, this company has been around since the days of AOL, Yahoo, GeoCities, Blockbuster, Lycos, Kodak. Now, they were all household names, but whereas BizBuySell is still going strong, all these other companies I've just mentioned are long gone. So for that reason alone, I respect everything that they've achieved, but I'm also intrigued about what changes they have seen in this time and how technology has transformed their world. But enough for me. Buckle up and hold on tight so I can beam your ears all the way to San Francisco so we can speak with Bob House, who's going to share his insights about the changes he has seen managing the internet's largest and most heavily trafficked business for sale marketplaces. So a massive warm welcome to the show, Bob. Can you tell the listeners a little about who you are and what you do?
Sure. Yeah, my name is Bob House. I'm the president of the Business for Sale division at CoStar Group. CoStar Group is leader in commercial real estate information and marketing services, and we operate the two leading websites in North America for businesses for sale, BizBuySell.com and BizQuest.com, which are the number one and number two marketplaces, respectively, by listings and traffic and the leads that we generate in our market here.
Now, BizBuySell is the internet's largest and most heavily trafficked business for sale marketplace, bringing small business buyers and sellers together. But can you just set the scene a little bit and tell me a little bit more about who your clients are and what kind of problems you solve for them?
Yeah, absolutely. So our clients are advertisers who want to reach entrepreneurs with specific business opportunities, business listings, and entrepreneurs who are obviously looking for those opportunities. We also serve franchisors who are looking to grow their franchise systems and expand their networks. And finally, we serve financing partners and other kind of small business solution providers that play around the small business transaction space. So the problems we solve, for business brokers is that's a big group of customers for us. They carry a lot of the inventory that's on our platform, and there we're driving deals for them through the high traffic we receive. So they're finding buyers for these opportunities, and we're also source new listings for them by advertising their services on our websites. For owners, business owners, we provide educational material to help value and prepare a business for sale, and then the ability to market it directly, as some owners choose to do themselves. And then, for franchisors, again, it's sourcing these buyers and helping them expand their systems and resell their existing locations as well. And then finally, of course, our end users are entrepreneurs looking for their next opportunity, either maybe their first one or through expansion expanding their existing business empire through a new location.
So when I did a little research on you guys, I quickly learned that BizBuySell has facilitated over 100,000 successful business sales and is visited by over 1 million times each month by potential business buyers. So I mean, technology must be a big part of your business, but also, I mean, what advantages do you offer both buyers and sellers with your online services that are not present in that old analog way of doing things?
Yeah, well, it's definitely improved not only in business sales, but pretty much across a number of categories online. And the old way of moving this business was through classified advertising in local papers or trade magazines. It was very costly. It had a very narrow distribution, very regional. And so the online platform provides the benefits you see in all categories, from whether it's job search or looking for real estate. It's greater selection via a larger database of nationwide opportunities, a better search, sort and filter mechanisms to find these opportunities that kind of meet your parameters. Mobile convenience is a huge differentiator from the old analog way of doing things. This stuff is at your fingertips no matter where you're at. And then, I think the other thing is just having a large database of sold business comparables to understand business values. This was much harder to get to prior to having these online databases of information.
And you have some pretty big partners too. I mean, can you just expand on them? And was it hard for you to get them on board?
We've been fortunate to have some long-standing distribution partnerships with some big media companies like the Wall Street Journal and American City Business Journals, USA Today Network, and others. It was not as hard as you might think. These media properties were facing the challenge of digital transformation and seeing their historical classified advertising base being disrupted by this transformation. We offer the solution where these properties can still carry business classifieds for the readers. We take a lot of the work out of it for them and provide greater scale and choice. So in the end, it's a net win for them and their audiences with a better solution that they can't just provide it at the same scale that we can.
Now, you have 20 years experience in product development, marketing and general management within software, media and technology industries, all within entrepreneurial settings. So I've got to ask, how have you seen technology or the importance of technology in businesses evolve in that time?
Wow. Yeah. Well, nearly everything has changed in the span of my career.
Yeah.
I remember having one of the original Apple II computers, and so I've seen the transformation from personal computers, to the internet, to cloud, browser-based software as a service, SaaS models, to ubiquitous mobile computing. So pretty much everything has changed, and this has clearly had a broad impact on business. It's, I think, accelerated business through these technology advances and specialized software applications, large databases and big data. And so that's been a change. I think the other thing that, is so different now with the web is that everything is so much more measurable due to kind of advanced marketing analytics and the ability to track essentially everything online. So it makes business decisions and marketing decisions so much easier than they used to be. And in general, I guess, as you look back 20, 30 years, it's hard to imagine how we all did business before all these wonderful tools. I mean, here at work, all it takes is the network to go down and watch everyone look at each other and say, what do we do now? So, that's kind of where we've arrived at. So yeah, tremendous change. But, I'd say all for the better in terms of accelerating the impact that business has.
Absolutely. And businesses of all sizes are going through the digital transformation of almost everything at the moment. So what challenges are your customers facing right now, and how is BizBuy actually helping them overcome those challenges?
Yeah, that's another good question. Our customers face lots of challenges. We have many different customer groups we serve, and each has its own set of challenges. I'd say, one challenge that is common that we see across the board when we go to conferences and events, and there's a lot of interest in the topic of valuation. It's a business value. Since we deal in the buying and selling of businesses, what is a business worth? It's harder to get at that information than it is in other sectors like real estate, where there's public records of transactions. And so, and valuing a business is much more complicated in itself. It depends on cash flow and goodwill and a lot of intangibles. And so one of the key problems we're trying to solve is providing better valuation tools, better transparency and assistance on how to determine business value for all stakeholders. But we face other challenges. Our customers face other challenges. We face the same challenges that platforms like Facebook and Twitter and others face with spam issues. And so we're constantly trying to stay ahead of the curve on keeping fake accounts and fake listings and fake leads out of our platform. We're trying to increasingly provide content for our users to help navigate these high stakes topics of buying and selling a business. These are complicated, not straightforward transactions, and often, whether you're on the buy side or the sell side, you're maybe doing this for the first time. So to make it more approachable to more folks, we try to break it down and have content that will lead you through, depending on where you want to start and how much advanced understanding you have. We can bring you in to the appropriate point and help you move forward in this process. And then I think the last challenge is we're just constantly looking to increase traffic and scale to continue to strengthen the value proposition for our advertisers and to accelerate the rate at which these businesses transfer hands. So those are some of the kind of key challenges we're working on right now.
I also noticed that BizBuySell publishes quarterly data based on national small business transactions. So can you go more into the history of that data and what you use it for internally, and also what common trends you've been seeing within this data over the years? And for example, how is 2018 shaping up?
Yeah, so we've been collecting this data since 2007, and it's voluntarily reported by brokers who use our platform. We have deep penetration in the business broker intermediary community. Most business brokers use our platform. And when they take a listing down, we ask them to report on the sale price, if it's sold, and we have all the financials and all that. So we're able to use that data to provide really rich and statistically significant trend reporting on business transactions in North America. And so what we've been seeing is it's been interesting. Certainly, we had some really lean years coming out of the recession, a number of years back, but it started to really improve in 2013, and it's really been accelerating since then. So more businesses are being sold. We have record transactions, over 2,700 reported in the most recent quarter, Q2. That's up 7% year over year. So more businesses are being sold. And this is being driven by, a favorable economic situation, lots of baby boomers and a strong demographic trend of owners who are looking to exit their business because of aging out. And so that's driving a lot of this activity. The businesses have been improving their performance over the last number of years. So median revenues and cash flows have been increasing. Our median revenue of business sold on our platform is $526,000 annually. That's up 7% year over year. And the cash flow, or the seller's discretionary earnings, that the median there is $120K, or up 3% year over year. So because these businesses trade on multiples of cash flow and revenue, the rising revenues and cash flow are leading to rising sale prices. And so business owners are getting more for their business now than they did even 5 years ago. It's up 4% in the most recent quarter from the year prior. And the median sale price of businesses on our platform is currently at $239,000. So, I should say that that's the median. We have businesses that are on our platform. We have over 50,000 active listings on BizBuySell, and they range in sale price from the tens of thousands to the tens of millions. But we have lots of kind of traditional small business, retail, restaurant, service, some manufacturing, internet. And so when you look at the midpoint, the midpoint of that data set, it's 239,000. So, I guess to wrap it all up, sellers are getting more for their businesses because of this, and buyers are buying into more successful, profitable businesses. And we don't see yet signs of this slowing down, although there are cycles, like all economic cycles. And the current window has been a pretty good one. And so, who knows how long it'll last, but we don't see any signs yet of business transactions decelerating or plateauing.
So are there any tech-based opportunities that particularly excite you or you will be pursuing over the next few years that you can share with us?
There's just several. I mean, there's never a shortage of opportunities you can pursue, and we deliver everything through this platform, so they're all technology-based opportunities. One opportunity for us is that being part of the CoStar Group, CoStar has a rich set of data around commercial property and other data that is interesting and useful in the business transaction space too, since these businesses operate out of commercial spaces. They often are under a lease. Some of them own their property. So bringing some more of that property data into our platform can enrich the search experience for our entrepreneurs who are looking for their next opportunity. There's other data sources outside of CoStar, so we'll be looking to integrate these data sources over the next few years. In general, I think we can really help remove friction in the business for sale process through automation in general, and specifically, things like buyer screening, buyer qualification, financial qualification. There's NDAs that are often signed by a buyer who wants to look at an opportunity, but the seller's not going to release financials on that business until they are confident that buyer is financially qualified, serious, and going to protect their information. So I think we can do a lot towards automating some of that friction. Again, it's a fairly involved process in selling a business. Another opportunity for us is to try to help owners track and improve their business value over time. Again, everybody wants to know what their business is worth. As I mentioned earlier, that's a problem we're trying to help solve. But right now, we only play at the point of transaction for an owner looking to sell, or a new buyer coming into it. And I think we can do a lot more to help owners understand what their business value is and provide benchmarking tools to help them monitor it, see how it compares to the industry, and what are some things that they can do to improve the value of their business so that ultimately when they go to sell it, they're going to receive a higher price. So I think that's a real interesting technology opportunity that we can add value. And I think, all this has to work on mobile. So, we see it very strongly in our platform and our metrics that most people now access the information in the platform through their phones. So this all has to be at your fingertips and very convenient, easy to navigate, and highly performant on your phone.
Well, a huge thank you for taking the time to come and speak with me today. Before I do let you go, could I just ask that you remind the listeners of where they can find you guys online, and also maybe reach out and contact a member of your team if they have any questions after our conversation today?
Absolutely. So we can be found online at www.bizbuysell.com, BizBuySell.com. We also operate that number 2 marketplace, BizQuest, and that can be found at bizquest.com, bizquest.com. If you have any questions, you want to talk to us directly, you can email us at info@bizbuysell.com or give us a call toll free at 888-777-9893.
Well, one of the things I love about recording this show is how technology is transforming multiple industries. And you guys there have got the largest online business for sale marketplace with BizBuySell.com. But even that is, transformed by technology and so reliant on it, like everything now. So a big thank you for coming on and sharing that story with me today. I appreciate it.
Hey, my pleasure.
I really enjoyed chatting with Bob today, and there's a certain amount of irony in having a comprehensive database of commercial real estate and the name Bob House. But that's not lost in me. But seriously, it's crucial to remember that BizBuySell is one of the largest databases of sale comparables for recently sold businesses and one of the industry's leading franchise directories. And like I said at the beginning of the show, it was founded in 1996. So they've been around since the days of the Yahoos, the AOLs, the GeoCities, Blockbuster videos, Polaroids and Lycos, etc. But they're still thriving, unlike the companies we just mentioned. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and your insights on everything we've just talked about today. So I pass the mic over to you. Email me, techblogwriter@outlook.com. Tweet me, as always, at Neil C. Hughes. Or you can pop by my website, techblogwriter.co.uk, go to the podcast area, and you can even record me a virtual voicemail. And if you, your startup, your business, or anyone at all listening wants to come on the show, remember, pop me an email. And if you've made it this far, why not leave me a review on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, because it really does help bring more people here. But enough from me, that's it for today's podcast. And a big thank you for listening, and until next time, don't be a stranger.
Thanks for listening to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast. Until next time, remember, technology is best when it brings people together.